with Agents of Fandom. Thank you so much for joining me today. My first question is that Isaiah Bradley's story represents America's failure to support and protect its own people, while Sam Wilson's Captain America functions as a symbol of hope for a better future. What was it like for you having to balance both of those contrasting stories in the film?
It was really, really satisfying. As a filmmaker and as a director and a writer, you're trying to find rich, dramatic terrain. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the TV series, had explored a lot of what you were describing. This movie was about moving forward in a new direction while honoring what came in the past. So there's a different dynamic between them in this film, yet that doesn't mean the history doesn't inform it. So the story here is one in which Sam has cemented himself as Captain America, where, despite what has happened in the past with Isaiah, he has moved beyond it and he's embracing Sam as our new Captain America and really protective of him. So that love between them becomes a real emotional fuel for Sam's journey in this film to exonerate him. So it's always great when you have a rich history and texture like that. But the story of this film and the theme of empathy at the center of it is about moving forward in a fresh new direction.
Well, like the shield falling behind me, it moves around a lot. It doesn't stay in one person's hands. It moved from Steve to Sam, and Captain America films have been some of the most successful entries in the MCU.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were taking the mantle from the Russos similarly to how Sam took it from Steve?
Yeah, it's a huge honor. And this character, both in publishing and also certainly now in the MCU, is one that a lot of people have made really incredible contributions to. So more so than anything, I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to contribute, or to contribute rather. When I first started to speak with, the great team at Marvel, Nate Moore, Keanu Davidson, Kevin Feige, Lou Esposito, it was just about being able to offer an honest and authentic point of view. And I try to be as honest and authentic as possible. And I'm really glad that, what I wanted to offer in terms of the themes, the notion of empathy was something that they embraced. It's been a really, really special experience. So I'm grateful for the foundation of the filmmakers that came before me and really proud of what we were able to do with this movie.
Cap movies have a history of adding a very rich supporting cast, and Captain America Winter Soldier introduced Sam Wilson, heavily featured Bucky's Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Nick Fury. Civil War was a full-on ensemble film, and now Brave New World features Red Hulk, the return of the leader, among other characters from previous Marvel movies as well. Were there any characters that you wanted to include in this film, but Kevin or someone else was like, nope, nope, can do?
It's funny because one of the characters that was teased when Civil War was first being announced was Serpent Society. Obviously, that was a fun little joke from Kevin and the team at Marvel, and then they revealed it was the real title was Civil War. As we were starting to develop this, there was a question of whether or not this was the right moment for Serpent Society. Certainly, it is the right moment for Serpent Society, and we have the great Giancarlo Esposito playing Sidewinder, the leader. So I got spoiled, my friend TJ. I got to put in everybody I wanted to in this movie. And it's a real thrill. We're seeing a new Falcon played by Danny Ramirez, introducing the wide cinematic audience to Joaquin Torres. We're carrying on a bit of the story of Isaiah Bradley with Carl Lumbly. The incredible Tim Blake Nelson bringing Samuel Stearns to life in a way that I think is going to be scary and surprising for audiences. So as you said, there's a rich history of great supporting characters in Cap movies. This one has its own amazing ensemble, and it was a treat to work with them, and I think the audience is going to love going on this ride with them.
Some of my favorite Marvel stories are Hulk-verse characters like Thor or Wolverine in an epic fight. If we had a Red Hulk verse type of series, how would he stand up in comparison to the Abominations, the She-Hulks, and the Smart Hulks of the world?
Well, the thing that is so great about Red Hulk is that the history of Thaddeus is somebody who, at one point pursued Hulks, right? Even in this movie, we lean into that, this notion of him being a Hulk hunter in the past. So he has his own very specific relationship with Hulkdom that I think creates a lot of really great drama. Yet he also has his own very cool, unique skill sets and powers relating to heat and healing and whatnot. So not only is he this fresh, exciting version of a Hulk, but he's also somebody who's got a really great dramatic dilemma at the core of who he is. So that's something that I think is really exciting, that whoever he was facing, and in this case, it's him facing Sam Wilson, who Thaddeus has a very specific history with going back to Civil War. He had imprisoned him. He'd broken apart the Avengers with the Sokovia Accords. You're just looking for stuff that, yeah, the action is fun and thrilling, but there has to be great dramatic and emotional stakes, and that is here. And I think that would be the case with any other relationship that this Hulk would have. And then the last thing I would say is, it's fun to have a rage Hulk. It's fun to have a Hulk who is really this expression of pure it again, and we get to see him wreak some incredible, incredible carnage in this film that's super fun to watch.
Thank you so much, Julius. Congratulations on Brave New World.
Thank you, TJ.